So, Aaron, let me start with you. Talk to us about the phenomenon of creators, and how do you see web video emerging?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having all of us here, Michael, and welcome everybody. It's interesting talent start to come onto digital platforms and vice versa. We're starting to see a lot of that crossover. One of the people that's going to be joining us due to late travel, Josh Peck, has this amazing crossover story where he was on Nickelodeon and then on Vine and now back on Fox. And I think similarly, these creators, we're all becoming one form of media or other. These creators are able to migrate onto television and OTT platforms and then back again.
I should note, by the way, that video has been cut down. It actually takes about 10 minutes to do that.
Well, you guys are seeing the 10 minutes. It actually takes a little bit longer.
Okay. And by the way, I'm sure it's a lot easier when you're doing it than if anybody just try it on their own.
Yeah.
But I will say this type of video revolutionized that kind of content is maybe the women.
Okay, so let me introduce Maya. Maya is massively popular, and as Shameless Maya, and also has gone through different parts of your career. You started off with one look. It was long hair. You went short hair. You've had a lot of response from sponsors, and we have a reel to show some of the things that you've done.
What would happen if I shamelessly...
Thank you.
Maya, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about your audience. Tell us about what you hear from them and what they're talking to you about.
For me, my platform really is about...
Aaron?
Just to comment on that, because I'm such a huge fan of Maya and what she's built, and it's bigger than any one genre. It is truly lifestyle. It's fashion to Vine, back to TV, now that Josh has joined us, is that, the traditional media world, stars are larger than life. And
Thanks, yeah.
I want to move on to Josh. So Josh Peck has joined us. And
sorry, I'm late.
No, came in right from the airport. And so Josh has had this amazing career of going, starting off on television, reversing polarity, and going to Vine, and is now starring in a new Fox series. And so I want to show a little bit of that. Let's start off with some of your Vine videos.
Gosh, you haven't changed a bit!
Look at this photograph.
No ice cream before bed.
Just one bite.
Okay, one bite. Johnny?
You said one bite! Check out Cool Guy.
What is that?
It's a new iWatch.
Is it a MacBook Pro taped on your arm?
Nah, it's a Plus S. You're my partner? You my partner? Oh, hell no! Hi, you've reached me. Leave a message. Just check that. Hi, you've reached me. Leave a message. I sound like that. Night, brother. Night, buddy. Night. I am so lonely. I'm gonna use the treadmill. Josh, I'm your brother. But you look nothing.
Look at this photograph.
So I know you're going to cringe a little bit, but I think we have to show. So many people watch Drake and Josh, so I think we need to show a quick clip from...
do it.
Okay, from Drake and Josh, so that everyone could...
I can do this. Everything's under control. The crying has stopped. My catapult's almost done. The baby's gone. The baby's gone!
Thank God for puberty.
And then finally, you're starring on a new series, and so this is the television side, and we'll have a quick clip from that.
You guys are such an adorable couple. I'll be right back.
Bye now. What's going on?
Don't know. Also don't care. Should we go?
Oh, let me just guess. Yeah, you couldn't admit that you're grandpa, so you told her that you're Edie's dad, and so then when I told her I was also Edie's dad, instead of assuming you were lying, because that would be a crazy lie, she thinks that we're Edie's two gay dads?
Yes.
So Josh, as you've gone from television now to a social medium like Vine, what are you looking for in terms of your relationship with your audience? How much of a conversation are you now in?
Well, I think originally me crossing over to social media was sort of born out of necessity, and it was this interesting experience because in the traditional world of movies and television, you're so sort of beholden to all these powers that are outside of your control. And when I first tried Vine and saw the immediate reaction, it felt as though there was something really powerful happening. Because I think that's been our desire as actors this whole time is how do we go directly to our audience and not have to go through a casting director and an executive and a distribution. And I wasn't exactly sure what it was when I started doing it, but I had a friend like Rob who was similarly in social media and these emerging businesses, and he said, whatever this is, it's powerful, it's important, and keep doing it. And then I saw the numbers grow so dramatically, and I saw that I was able to go straight to my audience, and I had never had that opportunity.
And let's talk about your relationship with sponsors, and how do you see that relationship, and how do you see it evolving? Because you're in at least 3 mediums right now, with this both Vine, television, and in film.
I mean, inevitably, in some way or another, we're all working for someone. And I'm sure Maya can speak to this. I mean, it's really about cultivating your fan base and establishing trust with them so that they know that you'll continue to be yourself and give them what they've loved for years. But in addition to that, having sponsorship from different companies allows you to push the brand, continue on. And it's also, there's something, I don't know what the right word, but it lacks connection when it's just a blanketed commercial that you'd see on television. But if I work with a brand, I can do something very specific to what I do and what I excel at, and my kind of comedy. And so I can deliver it in a way and say, hey, you know, this is the new Coca-Cola can, but it's going to come in a really funny way.
One thing that your fans have in common for all of you, even though you're different formats and different, is passion. Each of you, could you talk to me briefly about, we're running out of time, but could you talk to each of me about the passion that your fans have with you and that you have for the format that you've created? Who wants to talk? Passion.
That is a broad question. The passion, well, I think, you know, so many of the key words we use today, community, trust, where the passion comes from.
Okay, passion. I would say that the passion comes from being able to create these videos in our own home. Some people go on to grow into offices and have their own production houses, but truly to be able to share your own story, tell that, and interact with an audience that sees all the hard work that you put into it. And I feel that audiences are passionate about people as opposed to a brand. Like for me, if I see an ad on that's where the passion comes in.
And I think it's just an opportunity to truly connect with the people that are your audience. And it's like an immediate focus group because the feedback is instant. And if they like it, they'll tell you. And if they don't, they'll tell you even quicker. And that's so special because you have a direct connection with the people that you're trying to make an impact on. And you can adjust to them and allow them to really come with you on this ride. I feel like social media is sort of the ultimate fly-on-the-wall experience because your fans come with you everywhere.
So Aaron, I'm going to give you the last word, and then we have one more video from David.
The last word. We've talked a lot about this. This is not...
Right. Thank you. So
there's the last word. Was
yes,
that good
yes,
enough?
Unfortunately, we could go for another hour, and the conversation will continue. Dave, we have one last video, and it's now a couple years later, conversations, and now there's a little brother. And
That's
so,
right, yeah.
And so this video shows in the middle of the night. thank you, everybody. Shameless Maya, Iman, Rob from Niche, Aaron McPherson, David, Josh, really appreciate you coming.